What is going on, ladies and gents? How are you doing? Welcome back to another football reaction video, doing a recap of the Chelsea and Krasnodar game. What can I say about this game? And tonight was just a pretty respectable performance by Chelsea, I'd have to say. This was really an impressive performance by him in the second half because, I mean, for Chelsea to score 4 Gs in the second half just proves to me that they could legit be winners for the group stage if they can keep up their performance. Because in the first half, I feel that in the first half, Chelsea were a bit off. But second half, because like the first half featured a penalty missed by Jorginho. But after that, man, second half was all Chelsea. And Chelsea just absolutely played incredibly well today, I feel like, in the second half. So Chelsea, I was very impressed with their performance today, especially just the way how they were able to distribute the ball, because in the first half, Callum Hudson-Odoi scored a nice goal, and then Timo scored a beautiful penalty. After that, Hakim Ziyech with an incredible strike from the 6-yard box, and then Pulisic finishes it off to make it 4-0 for Chelsea. So tonight, man, give it up to Chelsea, man. Just an incredible performance by him in the second half, and without a doubt, man of the match tonight would have to be who is it? Oh yeah, Timo, not Timo, but I have to say probably Havertz, man. Havertz today was absolutely instrumental for Chelsea, and he was absolutely impressive. And I think that Chelsea still have what it takes to go far. All they just need to do is produce results, but tonight they were able to produce incredible results, especially, you know, just the way how they were able to communicate in the second half. It was just pretty freaking crazy. And Chelsea managed to get that W, managed to get the 3 points. So I think that now they could definitely finish, you know, in second place or first place. I don't know, but I don't see Chelsea going to the Europa League at all. I see Chelsea going to the Champions League knockouts with the current squad they have, because it would be crazy for them to not go to the Champions League knockouts with the current squad they have. And then we got the Barcelona and the Juventus game, which is going to be on in a couple of minutes. But I just want to get this game out of the way because I got done watching this game. And I was just impressed with Timo Werner's performance today. Despite, you know, Havertz getting man of the match, I would have to say that Timo Werner tonight, man, was absolutely out of this world. Like, he completely balled out, you know. And let's take a look at the ratings right now. So Timo Werner, he got a 8.4 rating, which was the highest rating for a Chelsea player. I think it's because of that penalty that Timo got the rating. Well, it could also be because Timo Werner today, he just absolutely gave off just an incredible performance, I'd have to say. And then Havertz got an 8.2. Excuse me, sorry, I kind of burped. What's going on? Abhirup, how you doing? I'm doing well, man. Just got done watching the Chelsea game. Impressive performance. Sorry if I butchered your name, but I was just impressed today with Chelsea's performance, dude. Like, seriously. And Conte, I think he was all right today. And Mendy, though, I have to give Mendy credit, because that save by Mendy right there, that was just a world-class save. You know, when the Krasnodar player hit the crossbar, because I think that that was like a tip by Mendy, not Mendy, by was that Mendy? Is that the keeper name for Chelsea? I think it's Mendy. I think that was like a tip by him onto the crossbar, something like that. So I consider that to be a crazy freaking save by Chelsea's keeper. And I do think that with Mendy, he can finally be the long-term solution to Chelsea's goalkeeping issues, because, you know, I think he's way better. I definitely think he's a way better keeper for him than what's his name? What's that other guy's name? Kepa. I think he's a better keeper for Chelsea, definitely, than Kepa. And I think that he can continue to establish himself as the long-term keeper for Chelsea, you know. And yes, I will be watching the Barcelona game, you know, but I'm gonna do a quick recap of this, and then I'm gonna turn on the Barca game. But I'm not gonna do like a live reaction to the game just because I don't want to get copyright. So I'm gonna do a recap of the Barca game as soon as it ends. But now I thought that I would just quickly get this Chelsea recap out of the way, just because, I mean, for Chelsea, hey, I still see them as one of the Champions League contenders for this season if they can qualify for the group stage. Because currently at PSG, they're currently winning 2-0 against who are they playing? Oh yeah, against Istanbul PSG. So PSG are also going to win today. But, you know, I wanted to turn on the Chelsea game. So PSG won 2-0 today thanks to 2 goals from Moise Kean. And speaking of Moise Kean, I thought he was still at Juventus. I just realized that now that he's at PSG, you know. Like, I didn't think that he was still I thought he was still at Juve, but it looks like, I don't know if he's on loan for him, or he just like permanently moved to PSG. So Moise Kean today, incredible performance for PSG. But is he on loan, or is he? Yeah, so he's on loan right now for PSG. I think it's because I think it's because as long as Ronaldo is there, that it's just probably going to be difficult for him to beat out Cristiano Ronaldo for the starting 11 position at Juve. That's why they loaned him out to Moise Kean, and surprisingly, he's been absolutely incredible for PSG. So Moise Kean, he looks like he could be a hidden gem, So. Christian Pulisic today, man, he was also incredible on the counterattack. The thing about Chelsea is that if Chelsea can continue to counter their opponents, then I think that's what's going to make Chelsea such a deadly team, is just being able to hit their opponents on the counter. Because I think that tonight, obviously, it was an easy win for Chelsea. We have to see how Chelsea are going to do against the big clubs, because the real question in the Champions League is how Chelsea can fare off against the other clubs. Because tonight against Krasnodar, they obviously were going to win this game. Because, I mean, had Chelsea lost this game, it would have been very, very surprising. Moise Kean, Everton player, no, he's right now at PSG, but, I mean, he might have played for Everton before. Did he, start out his career at Everton or something like that? I don't know, but right now, Chelsea, hands down tonight, second half performance by him just crazy, and the way how Havertz was able to distribute the ball, I think was very crucial in Chelsea's victory, because Chelsea on paper, they have the talent, so currently they are number one in the group thanks to them winning, and I think that Chelsea are definitely going to easily win this group, because this is an easy group matchup in my personal opinion for Chelsea. The only opponent I see them giving them trouble in this group is Sevilla. That's about it. I do think they're definitely going to be able to win against the Rennes and Krasnodar, because, I mean, it would be crazy for them to not win against Rennes and Krasnodar. Seriously. So, yeah. So Moise Kean right now is at Everton. Oh, so he doesn't play for Juventus anymore. He moved from there to Everton. Okay. Yeah, you're right. He's an Everton player right now, so I kind of got him mixed up. My predictions for the Barca game, I think Barca are going to win the game 2-1. I think that Messi's going to score the game winner tonight. I definitely think it's going to be an easier matchup for Barcelona, especially since Juventus, they don't have Cristiano Ronaldo today. I got Barcelona, I got them winning this game. And I think that if they can win the game tonight, then they're definitely, I think, going to be Champions League contenders, because the biggest question is how can Barcelona fare off against Juventus. That's going to be the biggest game right now that I'm looking forward to watching. So I'm probably going to end the live reaction here just because I want to watch the game, but I still want to come on and do a quick recap, because I still have a couple of minutes left to do a quick recap and all that stuff. But I don't know what else to say about this game, because I think I pretty much covered already everything that I had to say, except that Chelsea, I'm just curious to see that how Mendy can continue to fare off for Chelsea, because I think that he is definitely good enough to establish himself as a long-term starting keeper for Chelsea, because if Chelsea can just have that long-term starting keeper in Mendy, then I think that they're going to be a top team. And also, I think their back four today played pretty decent, but Krasnodar, they of course had some great chances today too, and but still, this wasn't even a matchup, dude. It was so obvious that Chelsea were gonna win this game. The only downside about this game was Jorginho missing that penalty. That was a big shocking miss. I think that Timo Werner should be the one to take penalties for Chelsea. Now that's just my personal opinion. I think that if Timo Werner is gonna be able to, take penalties like that, then he should just be the permanent starting penalty kick taker for Chelsea. Just because that miss by Jorginho was absolutely shocking, but hey, it is what it is. I mean, I probably would have missed that penalty too, because it's easy to criticize a player for missing that penalty, but it's I've never taken a penalty in my life before, so yeah, that's that. But Timo Werner, man, just the way how he was able to pack that power on the penalty, just perfectly blasted into the top part of the net, is what was really surprising about this game, because Timo, like it or not, he's still I think going to be one of the top strikers in the Premier League for many years to come. Because Timo, I think that Timo Werner is worth all that hype. I do think so, and I think he's only getting started right now for Chelsea, because he's still in his early. He's a year older than me, because I'm 23 years old. So, but hey, Timo Werner, man, give him the permanent starting penalty kick taker position. Seriously, for him just to net that penalty in like that was just a work of beauty. So. Gonna read the comments on Reddit a bit too to see what people have to say about this game and all that stuff. And yeah, let's get started with the Barcelona game soon. So Yeah, stay tuned because right as soon as the game ends, I'm going to do a live stream recap of that game too. And yeah, Bayern Munich. What's going on, Bayern Munich? 1503, how you doing? Welcome to my stream here. Do I think that Havertz is a better signing? Do I think Timo is a better signing than Havertz? That's a tough thing to say. That's a very good question, but unfortunately, I don't think it's still possible for me to answer that question because he just got to Chelsea. Both players are at Chelsea, and I still have yet to see them play the whole season before I can decide who I think was the better signing. But currently, I think that both Havertz and Timo were really good signings for Chelsea. So yeah, that's that. But people are believing that Mendy's going to be able to replace Courtois for Chelsea. That's a really good question, but it's very tough to say whether or not he's going to be able to replace Courtois because, I mean, what do I think of Declan Rice? I don't know who Declan Rice is. Does he play for Chelsea? I've never heard of that name before, but I'm going to look him up. Who's Declan Rice? Okay, so he plays for West Ham. I mean, I don't know who that even is. Sorry, I don't follow West Ham United. So he plays currently for West Ham United, but he actually used to play for Chelsea because he started his youth career at Chelsea from 06 to 2014, but now he plays for West Ham. Okay, where's the Chelsea subreddit? Okay, I think this is the Chelsea subreddit here. No, this is the mobile version. Chelsea, because I'm curious to see what people have to say about on the Chelsea subreddit. So let's see what people have to say on it right there. I mean, the way how the game could have gone down is I think that Werner, he could have scored a hat-trick in this game because that's just how good I think Werner was today. Because, I mean, for his speed, thing about Werner, what makes him so deadly is his ability just to have that quick burst of pace, and all that. "4-3-3, please." Yeah, because, I mean, Chelsea, yeah, Frank Lampard. If 4-3-3 formation for Frank Lampard today looked like it produced wonders for Chelsea. What team do I support? I support Bayern Munich. That's my team. That's the team that I supported for the last couple of years, and that's the team I'm going to continue to support. Man of the match was Ziyech for me. When was the last time we had actually a left footer up on the wings? Robin. Anyways, it was so refreshing seeing an attacker who is actively looking to shoot, switch the play, go forward, etc. Once he gets his full finish, sharpness back, I think he should be starting for sure. Havertz showed glimpses of what we expect from him, but I think he's almost too passive. I'm not sure if that's the right word, but I'd rather see him get on the ball more. Yeah, I do think Havertz deserves to be on the ball more because, I mean, if Chelsea can establish creativity in midfield with Havertz, and that can make them a very deadly team, especially him and Conte together. That midfield duo would just be crazy. Would also like to see Mount as a box-to-box next to Havertz with Pulisic, Werner, and Ziyech up front. Don't know if Conte or Kovacic would be the better choice to join them, but we need someone to basically shield the D and the quick pass to link defense to attack. I think that with one of the midfields they have, they can definitely be a complement to Conte. Because, I mean, I think that Havertz is an excellent complement to Conte, in my honest opinion. A decent performance in fairly difficult conditions. I think the pitch was worse than it looked. The ball seemed to be bobbling with every pass. First half showed how important Silva is going to be this season. With teams drop off like that, you really need center backs who can pick a pass, which isn't really Zuma or Rudy's game. Would love to see that 4-3-3 at the end of the full game for some point. You could argue that their players were struggling to keep up the pace that it seemed to, but it did really seem to click at the end there. I do think that Thiago Silva is going to be an important player for him to be able to defend against opposing defenses, because, I mean, there's a good reason why Chelsea got Thiago Silva, because he has that leadership ability, and I think that because of Thiago Silva's presence there, he can just produce wonders in the world for Chelsea. So, yeah. As in the beginning, so it looks like that Frank Lampard switched to a 4-3-3 formation. I mean, hey, I do think that Frank Lampard should continue to be using a 4-3-3 formation if it's going to continue to produce wonders for Chelsea. What's good, Theo? How you doing? Welcome to my stream. Nice to see Pulley play so well. A goal, penalty drawn, a second assist, hockey assist in just over 20 minutes should be given a ton of confidence moving forward. yeah, man, as a U.S. soccer fan, I'm glad to see that Christian Pulisic, had a great game because, hey, maybe that can produce wonders for USA, for the U.S. football team and all that. So, yeah, because, Christian Pulisic is going to be an important part of U.S. soccer's future. So, hey, of course, in the Premier League, I'm probably just going to be pulling for Chelsea just because, I'm American, my fellow American. Christian Pulisic is playing there. So, of course, I'm probably just going to root for Christian Pulisic, man, to go all the way with Chelsea and win the Premier League because Pulisic, he can be a great player for Chelsea because I think that Pulisic right now is just getting started. It's going to be fun to see how Christian Pulisic can continue to do in the Champions League, because I'm American, hence you can tell by my accent and all that stuff. And yeah, I'm an American football fan. 4-3-3 needs to be used. Jorginho, Havertz, I'm not sure what else to partner them because Conte and Kovac haven't exactly been great so far this season. I think it's because Conte just needs a partner that can help take the pressure off him defending. Because sometimes I think people just put too much pressure on Conte and expect him to do everything. But hey, maybe that's just me. So we need to give up on the 4-2-3-1. This isn't FIFA. But Mendy, hey, I have to say that so far, the way how Mendy played tonight, he is proving that he's worth that $70 million that Chelsea paid for him. So I think Mendy is going to be the long-term solution for a keeper at Chelsea, if I'm being honest here. All right, ladies and gents. So I think I'm gonna end the stream here because the the Juventus and Barca game is on. So thank you to everybody who showed up to my stream. Like, comment, subscribe. Thank you all for your support. And peace. See you at the end of the Barca and Juve game.